This competition is being conducted according to the rules of Kansas State High School Activities Association. Spectators, participants, and officials assist in promotion of and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by keeping the contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams. In order to help with supervision and maintain a safe environment, parents are asked to be sure that your children remain seated and are not running behind the bleachers. Activities are important aspects of the total educational process in American
We're
schools.
ready to go.
They provide an arena for participants to grow, excel, to understand, and to value concepts of sportsmanship and teamwork.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Hayesville, Kansas, and Campus Colt Baseball. I'm Todd Hook, along with producers and directors Peyton Snell and Zach Faribaugh. Today, the Colts will take on the Derby Panthers, game one of two today. The Panthers come in 7-4. Here's how the Panthers will go. They'll be the visiting team. Caden Rojas will lead it off and play left field, followed by Colby Morgan over at shortstop. Colton Rudy will play first base and hit third, followed by Cade Shelton. He'll be in the cleanup spot and play center field. The designated hitter will be Roman Roden. He will be in the 5 spot. Hitting sixth, Rowan Foster. He will be at second base. Lane Sweat will play right field and do the catching. Ethan Crawford will hit eighth and do the catching. My apologies. Sweat playing right field. Crawford in the catcher spot. And rounding out the order is Ryan Pierce at shortstop. Again, that is Rojas, Morgan, and Rudy. Shelton, Roden, and Foster. Sweat, Crawford, and Pierce. Panthers are coached by head coach Todd Olmstead, assisted by Brent Cunningham, Kyle Flax, Jared Foster, and Matt Trainer. Get to the Colt defense in just a moment. Here is Caden Rojas. He'll lead it off. He's a junior, hitting .250 on the season. And the first pitch from Aiden Wiseman in there for a strike. Left to right in the outfield for the Colts, Johnson, Buller, and Spangler. Vogelmore over at third base. Warkins at short. Schroeder at second base. Davis over at first base. Clemens doing the catching. And on the mound, Aiden Wiseman making his 5th start of the season. 15 innings of work. And the 0-1 is fouled away. Quickly 0-2. Wiseman's 0-2 on the season. He's given up 28 hits, 16 runs, 12 of which were earned. 9 strikeouts, 5 walks, and he has a 5.6 ERA. Opponents come in hitting about .406. And they're going to say he did not go. So a ball and 2 strikes to Rojas. First pitch weather. It's a windy one, but beautiful, 83 degrees. Wind out of the south at 21. That is blowing out to left field. Gust to 34. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rojas. Wiseman's ready. Off-speed pitch stays up, and it's full. After being down 0-2, he's worked it to full. And that is fisted, popped up right side. Schroeder back on the grass. He will haul it in, and 1 away.
Now back for the Panthers, number 6, Colby Morgan.
Panthers hitting .260 as a team, and they're giving up just shy of 2.5 runs per game. They are 7-4. Here's the third baseman, Colby Morgan. Junior, good numbers, hitting .333. And the first pitch to him is sprayed foul right side. Game 1 of 2. We will record both of them for you. Hot and windy day here in Hayesville, Kansas. First pitch weather brought to you by hookbats.com. And a pitch upstairs, and it's 1-1. Looked like Clements might have been crossed up just a little bit. One, just a bit inside. Pretty good action on that fastball, but misses. And it's 2-1. One out top of the first. Low and in, 3-1. One out here in the inning. And that's in there for a call strike. Wiseman loses his hat. Bet you could sell some chin straps today. And upstairs, good take there by Morgan. He'll draw a one-out walk.
Now for the Panthers, number 4, Colton Rudy.
And that'll bring up Colton Rudy, the first baseman. He's a junior. Steps in from the left side, hitting .243. Panthers 7-4 with a guy at first base here in the top of the first. Pretty good lead over there by Morgan. And a pitch. Little nubber to the first baseman, and Davis up with it. He will go to second for the lead man and 2 away.
Now back for the Panthers, number 5, Cade Shelton.
So Morgan will be erased, and Rudy will reach on the fielder's choice. Here's Cade Shelton. Center fielder, senior, hitting .303. Two outs, runners at first base. Wiseman steps off, chases him back. Shelton, the center fielder today. And takes a hack at the first one, fouls it straight back. No balls and a strike. And the throw over, pretty good throw. Just getting back ahead of the tag is Colton Rudy. Warm day here in southern Kansas, very windy. Off-speed pitch misses away, and it's 1-1. And that is into right field. Spangler going back and runs it down. Good jump on the baseball by Spangler in right field, and that'll do it for the Panthers. We've played a half inning. They strand one. We'll be back. And welcome back. We go to the home half of the first. Derby Strands 1. They don't get any runs. Here's how the Colts will go. They're 5-6 on the season, coached by Colton Flax. Harley Buller will lead it off and play center field. Hagan Warkins will hit second and play shortstop. Ian Davis will hit third. He will be over at first base. In the cleanup spot will be Jacob Volgamore. He will play third base. Grady Clements will do the catching and hit fifth. Spangler will play right field and hit sixth. Brody Johnson will be in left field and hit seventh. The designated hitter will be Lucas White. He will hit eighth, and rounding out the order is Comden Schroeder. Again, that is Buller, Warkins, Davis, Volgamore, Clements, Spangler, Johnson, White, and Schroeder. Defensively for the Derby Panthers, left to right in the outfield, Rojas, Shelton, and Sweat. Morgan over at third base, Pierce at shortstop, Foster at second base, Rudy at first, Crawford doing the catching, and on the mound will be Nick Martinez. He's a junior.
The Colts, number 20, Harley Buller.
9 1/3 innings of work. He's given up 5 hits, 2 runs, no earned runs, 6 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Here's Harley Buller hitting .314 on the season. And the first pitch to the center fielder taken for a call strike. Don't forget our corporate sponsors, 060 Technology Solutions and Farm Bureau Financial Services with Gordon Redholler. 1 ball and 1 strike. No score, bottom of the first. And little excuse me swing fouled away. Quickly 1 and 2. One and 2. That just missed low. So the umpire said he went around. I'm not sure that he even swung at all. Coach Flax out of the third base box. We're going to talk about it. I didn't notice that Buller offered at all. I thought maybe the catcher, Crawford, was asking where the pitch was, and perhaps the umpire thought he was appealing.
Now back for the Colts, number 28, Hagan Warkins.
So it looks like a strikeout for Buller. 1 out. Here is Hagan Warkins. Having a nice season, hitting .444. Has moved over to shortstop, takes a nice hack at the first one, and comes up empty. And the 0-1 misses away. Ball and a strike. And the 1-1 misses away. 2-1 now to Warkins. And that is into right center. That is going to get down. Quickly cut off by the center fielder Shelton, and quickly, and holds Warkins to a single. Ball in on his hands just a little bit, strong enough to muscle it into right center. Here's Ian Davis, first baseman today. Comes in hitting an even .300, has some power. He's got 3 bombs on the season. Takes the first one at the knee, strike 1. No balls and a strike. And that catches the outside corner quickly, 0-2. A lot of room in left center. That is swung on and fouled out of play. Colts in their home black and white, and the Twins in their Kelly green tops and striped white breeches. White caps. Good lead over there by Warkins. Always a threat to run. Fisted in and out of the glove of Martinez. Picked up by the second baseman. And gets him.
Now back for the Colts, number 10, Jacob Volgamore.
So a routine 1-4-3 put out. And there's 2 away. Here's the cleanup guy, Jacob Volgamore. Having a banner season, comes in hitting .394 at the start of the day. Playing third base today, has a runner in scoring position. Fastball misses away, ball 1. And sprayed foul. Count even 1-1. Big ballpark will play a little smaller today with the wind blowing out to left and left center. 30-35 down the lines, 375 in the alley, and about 1.5 miles to center. 1-1 now to Volgamore. Off-speed pitch misses low. 2-1. Popped up right side. Rudy going back and fighting the wind and hauls it in. So that'll do it. Colts strand 1. We've played 1. No score. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the top of the second. No score. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Panthers. It'll be Bowden, Foster, and Sweat. Wiseman out for inning number 2. He faced 4 hitters in the first. First pitch swinging is Bowden. Strike 1. He's a senior hitting a .172 in the designated hitter spot today. And the 0-1 fouled straight back. He was on time. And it's 0-2. And the 0-2 misses away. And 1-2. And the 1-2 just misses away. That'll even it up 2-2. Panthers 7-4 on the season. Off-speed pitch misses away, and it's quickly 3-2. Second full count of the ball game for Wiseman. And popped up right side, Davis over, and he will make the play in foul ground for out number 1.
Now back for the Panthers, number 11, Rowan Foster.
So anything hit to the right side in the air shouldn't give up on. A lot of room in foul ground. Wind is going to bring it back. Here is Rowan Foster, second baseman today. He is a 9th grader. Steps in from the left side, hitting a .154, and he takes the ball high and away. And that misses away. 2 balls, no strikes. And that's in there at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. And a nice cut fastball catches the inside corner. And it's 2-2. And the wind and the dirt's blowing, folks. I was on my way over here and a tumbleweed went by me on the turnpike. 2-2 inside. And it's full. And a 3-2 into left field. Johnson to his left. He will grab it. Good play by Johnson. Ball was hit right on a line right at him. 2 away. Here's Lane Sweat. Sweat, a senior, playing right field today, hitting .158. And popped up right side. And I don't believe that Davis saw it. Schroeder picked it up and was headed that direction, but it was way out of his reach. Oh, 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the second. And the 0-1 swung on and missed. 0-2. Nice cut fastball from Wiseman. A lot of action. Runs in on the hitters. 0-2. Swung on and missed. He got him. And that'll do it. The Panthers go in order. We've played 1.5. Still no score. We'll be back. And welcome back. Home half of the second we go. Still no score between the Panthers and the Colts. 5, 6, and 7 expected for the Colts. Clements, Spangler, and Johnson. Martinez out for inning number 2 of work. He faced 4 hitters in the first and gave up 1 hit. First one inside to Clements. Comes in hitting 300. That is into right field and will get out. Takes a funny hop, and quickly to pick it up is Sweat. Not sure whether Clements could have got 2 out of that one, but
From the Colts, number 3, Eric Spangler.
So Clements is aboard with a leadoff base hit. Here's Eric Spangler.
Pitch running for Clements is Alexander.
Looks like Alexander will run for the catcher Clements. Here's Spangler. Bunts, gets it down, back to the pitcher, up with it, over to first in time. Sacrifice is complete.
Now batting for the Colts, number 11, Brody Johnson.
So Alexander down to second base. It'll be Brody Johnson now, the left fielder. Comes in hitting a .115. Chance to get the Colts on the board with a base hit right here. And the first one in there for a called strike. And the 0-1 misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, home half of the second. Still no score. And that misses just upstairs. 2-1. Ball game brought to you by Golden Plains Credit Union and Hayesville Chamber of Commerce. Two and 1 to Johnson. That catches the inside corner. It's even up at 2-2. Two misses away, gets away from Crawford. And over to third base. Probably score that a wild pitch. Colts with a runner now at third base with 1 out. Looks like the infield will stay back. And the 3-2 fouled away. And Johnson stays alive. Three-two, fisted foul. So a good AB by Brody Johnson, able to see a lot of pitches. Rojas playing near the line, a lot of room in left center. And that's behind him. And we'll get away from the catcher, and a run will score. That'll be a wild pitch.
Now back for the Colts, number 21, Lucas White.
So the Colts strike first. They lead it 1-0. As a hitter, you're never really prepared for that pitch behind you. And that was the case with Johnson. Here's Lucas White. Designated hitter today. Comes in hitting 400. Shows bunt and foul. Colts hitting .313 as a team and giving up just north of 7 runs a game. Pitch is low and away. Runner goes. Down to second base with the stolen base is Brody Johnson. Good jump by Johnson. Pretty good throw there from Crawford. Might have had him if it was handled. And a 1-1. Off-speed pitch stays up. 2-1. Very windy day here in southern Kansas. Everybody's struggling to keep their cap on. Nice and calm here in the press box, though. Two one, and in there at the knees, it's 2-2. Schroeder's next. And the pitch misses away, and it's full. Three-two, and fouled away. A lot of movement on that pitch. White able to get a piece of it to stay alive. Three-two. Swung on and missed. That was in on his hands. Wasn't much he was going to do with it, but maybe dribble it out in front. Two away.
Now batting for the Colts, number 1, Camden Schroeder.
So here's Camden Schroeder, second baseman today, hitting .292. However, hitting .344 with runners in scoring position, which we have at the moment. So they try to back pick, and he's back in there. Two outs, 1-0 Colts. That misses low. 1-0 to the second baseman Schroeder. And a 1-0. High hopper. Going to have to hurry. Shortstop Pierce up with it. Over to first. Not in time. So an infield hit for the speedy Schroeder.
Now batting for the Colts, number 20, Harley Bowler.
Over to third base is Brody Johnson. Once that ground ball got over the head of Martinez, it was just a foot race. And Schroeder won it. Here's Buller. Strikeout victim in the first. He's 0 for 1. Comes in hitting .314 at the start of the day. Colts 5-6 on the season. Like to even that up right here. First one catches the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. 0-1 popped up, right side. And out of play. Oh, 2. That is into center field. Coming hard is Shelton. He'll get it on the run, and that'll do it. Colts strand a couple, but get one. They lead it. We've played two. 1-0 Colts. We'll be back. And welcome back. Colts get one in the bottom of the second. They lead it 1-0. We go to the top of the third. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Panthers. Crawford, Pierce, and Rojas. Wiseman out for inning number 3. First pitch swinging. That is into left field for a base hit. So a leadoff hit for Crawford. Gets his first base hit of the year. This will bring up the 9-hole man, the shortstop, Ryan Pierce. He's a senior. He'll step in from the right side. Runner at first base, top of the third, nobody out. Shows bunt and foul. So it looks like the Panthers going to play a little small ball here in the third. Wiseman has faced one above the minimum. That's in there for a strike quickly. 0-2 now to Pierce. You got to wonder if they'll still keep the bunt on. So we will see. And the off-speed pitch misses away. Nice smother there by Clements. Able to keep that runner right at first base. Off-speed pitch, swung through and missed. Snap throw not in time. And Pierce will take a seat, one out. Top of the order here is Caden Rojas. Popped up to second in the first inning. He is 0 for 1. Junior comes in hitting .250 for the year. And the first pitch to him is lifted to left field. Johnson going back, looking up and off the wall. Around third is Crawford. He will score. And into third, ahead of the throw, sliding head first, is Rojas with a RBI triple.
Panthers, number 6, Colby Morgan.
So that one got up into that jet stream and continued to carry. Looked like he got it in on his hands just a little bit, but with the wind blowing out the way it is, it will carry. Here's Colby Morgan. Walkton was forced out in the first. Junior comes in hitting .333. Takes the first one in the dirt, smothered by Clements. 1-0. And the 1-0's in the dirt. Boy, Clements has been a wall back there all year long. Not much gets by that guy. 2-0. Little bouncer to short. Warkins up with it. Throws on the run. It's in the dirt. Gets away from the first baseman, and the run will score. Warkins had plenty of time. Thought he needed to throw that one on the run. I don't think the contact play was on, but nonetheless, Rojas scores, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Panthers. So here's Colton Rudy. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first. He's 0 for 1. Takes the first one outside, ball 1. And swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Don't forget our corporate sponsors, Hayesville Family Eye Care, Dr. Cody Haas, Campus Grad, and Hayesville Rec. 1-1. Steps off, fakes the throw to first, and chases him back. And that misses away. 2-1. That misses high and away. Wiseman throwing a lot of pitches. In there, Denise. And the count is full. And misses away. Good take. Pitch obviously off the plate. And a one-out walk to Colton Rudy. First and second. Coach Flax out of the dugout. Have a little this day in baseball history. Let's go back to 1951. Mickey Mantle goes 1 for 4 in his first game as a Yankee. Yankees come away with a 6-1 victory over the Red Sox. This date in baseball history, 1951. Mickey Mantle gets his first game in a Yankee uniform. This day in baseball history brought to you by hookbats.com. Good wood for good hitters since 2005. Conference over. Hayden Tackett getting loose in the Colts bullpen. Here's Shelton. First and second, one out. That is ripped down the line and foul. Any big donors listening in and going to build us a new press box, put some windows in the left and right side if you wouldn't mind. Just a thought. 0-1, bouncing ball left side. Up with it is Warkins to second for 1. Back to first in the dirt, and a run will score. So Morgan will score on the play. Rudy is erased. 2 outs.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 10, Robin Bowden.
So the error bug biting the Colts. A couple of errors here in the third. Three to 1 Panthers. Here's Roman Bowden. Hitless today, 0 for 1. Flew out to the first baseman in the second. In the designated hitter spot, he takes one wide, ball 1. Senior comes in hitting $172. One-0. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 misses inside. Oh, it catches the inside corner. My apologies. Probably should let the umpire call it from here on out. 2-1. And that misses away. It's 3-1. Three-one through the right side for a base hit. They will send the runner. Spangler unable to come up with it cleanly, and it's a 4-1 ball game. Not sure if Spangler feels that cleanly he has any shot at all. So Shelton will score on the play. 4-1 Panthers. Here's Rowan Foster. Hit the ball hard in the second, but right at the left fielder, Johnson. And the first one right down the middle for a called strike. Foster, a tall, lanky freshman, comes in hitting $154. And the 0-1 bounced foul. And he's in the hole, 0-2. Very windy day today. Winds out of the south at 21. Gust to 34. Way too windy to stack BBs. 0-2, runner goes and fouled away. Oh, 2. Runner goes, good jump. And a throw down, got him. Clements with a dart to second base, gets him. And that will do it for the Panthers, but they get 4 and lead it 4-1. We'll be back for the bottom of the third right after this.
step after the Colts, number 28, Hagen Workin.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the third. Colts have some work to do. Panthers get 4 in the top. They lead at 4-1. 2, 3, and 4. Workins, Davis, and Vogelmore expected. First pitch to him catches the outside corner for strike 1. Workins 1 for 1, singled in the first. Hitting 400 at the start of the day. And a high hopper. Pierce will have it over to first in time. So Workins is retired for the first time today. That'll bring up Ian Davis, first baseman.
Now batting for the Colts, number 13, Aaron Magical.
So Madrigal will hit for Davis here in the third. And will wear it. And a hit by pitch. Madrigal is aboard.
Now batting for the Colts, number 10, Jacob Vogelmore.
Here's Jake Vogelmore, the third baseman. Popped up to the first baseman in the first. He's 0 for 1. And the first one inside. That one almost hit him as well. One 0. And a pitch through the left side for a base hit. So Vogelmore is aboard first and second with 1 out for the Colts.
Now batting for the Colts, number 17, Grady Clements.
That'll bring up Grady Clements. He is 1 for 1, singled in the second and scored. Comes in hitting an even 300, first and second. 1 out here in the home half of the third. And the pitch. And that's pop foul out of play. I'm told that we might lose our picture. We're running a little short of battery power, so I'll keep talking. So if we lose our picture, I'll just keep talking and describe the action that way. And then we'll charge our batteries. How about that? First and second, 1 out. 4-1 Colts, 4-1 Panthers. And the 0-1 in there for a called strike. That'll even it up 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 0-2. Couple looks to second base. Off-speed pitch misses away. One and 2 now to Clements. 1 out in the inning. And the 1-2 into right field. Sweat over near the line and goes to his knees and hauls it in. The runner will tag. Throw is wide. Here is the play at the plate. Not in time. So Madrigal scores on the play. Down to second base is Vogelmore. 2 outs in the inning.
Eric Spangler.
So a good play by Sweat in right field, coming hard. Wind was knocking it down, but able to catch it at the shoe tops. And here's Eric Spangler. He's credited with a sacrifice in the second. Steps in from the left side, hitting .421. Colts get one. They trail the Panthers 4-2. Here's the 1-0. And the pitch just a bit high. Good take there by Eric Spangler. Left-handed hitting right fielder. Four to 2 Panthers. And swung on and missed. Pulled off that one a little bit. And it's 2-1. Don't forget our sponsors, Hayesville Saddle Club and Pritchard Animal Hospital. Drop by and say thanks. Throw to second, not in time. Two balls and a strike to Spangler. And a pitch, swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Spangler with a nice cut. Two balls, two strikes. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. That misses low, and it's full. Martinez with a long look, and here's the 3-2. That's fouled away. Nice battle by Eric Spangler here in the bottom half of the third. Game not moving real fast. Ball game almost an hour old. 3-2. That's into left field. Rojas, a few steps to his left. He'll grab it, and that'll do it. Colts strand one, but they get one. Our new score after 3. Panthers 4 and the Colts 2. We'll be back. And welcome back. We go to the 4th. Colts get one. They trail the Panthers 4-2. 6, 7, and 8 for the Panthers. Foster, Sweat, and Crawford. New pitcher for the Colts, Aiden Tackett. will take over. 13 2/3 innings of work, 3 starts, and he's 1-1 on the season. He's given up 16 runs, 15 of which were earned, 12 strikeouts and 8 walks, and an ERA of 7.63. So it'll be Tackett. Close the book on Wiseman. Goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits and 4 runs. 1 ball and 1 strike to Foster. He's 0 for 1. Flew out in the second. He was up to bat last inning when the runner was thrown out trying to steal. That would have been Bowden. 2-1. And the pitch, just a bit upstairs. It's 3-1. So we'll see if Tackett can get healthy here in the 4th. Three-one in there for a called strike. Foster was on his way to first base. Pretty good pitch, tough one to take. And it's 3-2. And the 3-2 lifted foul left side. That'll get out of play. And the count remains full. Don't forget our sponsors, Valley State Bank and Shelter Insurance. See Rachel Janes for more information. 3-2 and fisted foul. Nice battle by the freshman Foster. $1.54 on the young season. Three balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. Bouncing ball right side. Schroeder up with it. Over to first, plenty of time, and gets him.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 2, Lane Sweat.
Good start by the Colts. Here's Lane Sweat. Strikeout victim in the second. He is 0 for 1. Senior hitting $1.58 at the start of the day. And takes the first one and fouls it back. 0-1. And the off-speed pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lots going on at campus this week. Girls swimming, varsity diving tomorrow at Salina South. One and two now. JV golf on Thursday at Derby. That is in and out of the glove of Vogelmore. That was absolutely smoked. Around first into second is Lane Sweat. That'll go as a double. That was pretty much a defensive play by Vogelmore over at third base. He was playing up a little tight, so it's kind of a reactionary play. Did good to get a glove on it, but a 1-out double for Sweat. Here's Ethan Crawford. He's 1 for 1, singled and scored in the third. So we got varsity tennis at Hayesville on Thursday. Track and field, that's JV track. On the road, girls soccer at Hutch, and as well JV and varsity at Hutch on Thursday. That's soccer. 1-0 to Crawford, and bounced foul, 1-1. Friday, varsity boys golf at Salina. And track at 3 o'clock at campus. One hopper snagged by Warkins. He'll come up with it, throws a little bit wide, but corralled by Davis. And there's 2 away.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 3, Ryan Pierce.
Over to third is Sweat. Here's Ryan Pierce. Sir, that is not Davis over at first. That's Madrigal. So Madrigal, good job corralling that one. Crack staff up here catching these as we go, and I appreciate it. 0-1 to Pierce. Senior looking for that first base hit of the year. Misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Swung on and missed. Took a little off. It's 1-2. Forget this coming Friday, varsity boys and JV boys baseball at Mays South. Softball girls, varsity and JV, as well at Mays South on Friday. Popped up right side. That will be Madrigal. Fighting the wind, he'll get it, and that'll do it. Panthers will strand 1. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, 4-2 in favor of the Panthers. We'll be back. And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 4th, 4-2 Panthers. Bottom third of the order for the Colts, Johnson, White, and Schroeder. Martinez out for inning number 4. He's given up a run in the 2nd and the 3rd. First one low and away, ball 1. And that hit him. So Johnson will wear that one. And he's aboard with nobody out. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Lucas White. Strikeout victim in the 2nd, so he'll be anxious to get his 2nd look at Martinez. I'm told we may lose our picture, so if we do, I'll just continue talking and describe the action radio style. So do not adjust your set. And the first pitch, bunted foul. So Colts selecting to go small ball here in the bottom of the fourth. Game 1 of 2. We'll have game 2 for you if we have power. We will see. Might have to have a guy up here riding a bike to provide power. I think Zach said he'd do that. 0-1. And catches the knees at the outside corner. And it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And that misses away. That'll get away. So that'll be a pass ball charged to Crawford. Down to second base is Brody Johnson. Ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out. And a 1-2 swung on and missed. And White goes down for the second time today. 1 out. That'll bring up the 9-0 man, Camden Schroeder.
Number 1, Camden Schroeder.
Schroeder 1 for 1, singled and was stranded in the second. 292 on the season. He'll step in for his second look from the right side. And that misses away. And to the screen the ball goes. So Johnson down to third base. That'll be a wild pitch. Looked like Crawford was completely crossed up on the pitch. One 0 misses away. 2 balls, no strikes. Two 0. That misses away, so 3 quick out of the zone from Martinez. Got to wonder how much he's got left in the tank. He's given up 3 hits on the afternoon. .30 in there for a call strike. It's 3-1. 3 balls and a strike, 1 out. Runner at third base. Brody Johnson led it off with a hit by pitch. Wild pitch and a pass ball later. He is down to third. And the pitch is behind the hitter and to the screen. A walk to Schroeder. And the run will score.
Now batting for the Colts, number 20, Harley Buller.
4-3 now, Panthers. That'll bring up the top of the order, Harley Buller. Looks like the Panthers are going to talk about it. Let's do a little this day in baseball history while we got a moment. Let's go back to 1987. On this day, Mike Schmidt recorded his 500th career home run. He hit a 3-run shot off Pittsburgh's Don Robinson in the top of the 9th. Phillies win at 8-6. Schmidt is the 15th player in the league to reach 500 home runs. So on this day in 1987, Mike Schmidt gets dinger number 500. This day in baseball history brought to you by hookbats.com. Good wood for good hitters since 2005. Conference is over. Martinez will continue to work. And it will be Harley Buller. He'll get his third look at the Derby starter. Buller 0 for 2. Strikeout victim in the first, flew out in the second. 3:14 at the start of the day. Takes the first one inside, ball 1. Very windy day here, gust up around 35. Schroeder with a good lead and fouled away, 1-1. Colts 5-6 on the season. One ball, one strike. One out, good lead over there by Schroeder. And that catches the inside corner. And it's 1-2. Ball and two strikes to the center fielder, Buller. That misses just a bit low. Good take, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. The air conditioner is on. How about that? That is popped up right side. The runner was going. Coming in hard is Sweat. That will drop harmlessly. Throw to second base in time. So Schroeder is forced out at second base. He was in no man's land. Foster was covering on the play. He was out of position. And Sweat unable to get to it. That'll be a base hit for Buller. 2 outs in the inning. Here's Warkins. And the pitch. Down. Runner goes. Throw down not in time. So Warkins will hit from the left side. Stolen base for Buller. Colts with a tying run at second base here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-0, just a bit high and away, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. If we happen to lose our picture, we'll keep talking, so stay tuned. 2-0. Martinez steps off. He will regroup. And here's the 2-0 after a couple of looks. Low and away. Nice smother there by Crawford. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. There's some activity in the Derby bullpen. We'll let you know who it is in just a moment. Three balls, no strikes to Hagen Warkins. 1 for 2 today. That's inside, almost hit him. And runner was going, so that's Buller. Down to third.
Now batting for the Colts, number 13, Aaron Madrigal.
So with runners at the corners and 2 outs, here is Madrigal. And it appears that we have lost our battery on our camera. We'll keep talking. Time is called. It looks like the umpires are going to converse. I'm thinking they're talking about whether or not that might have hit Warkins. If that was the case, then Buller would have to return to second base, but it does not appear that that was the story. So we've lost our picture. We'll keep talking here. Runners at the corners, bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. Colts with 1 run across. They trail the Panthers 4-3. Here's Madrigal. Came in the third. It was hit by a pitch and scored. Takes the first one low, ball 1. 2 outs in the inning. Tying run at third base. Madrigal looking for that first base hit of the season. Takes high and in. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Madrigal hitting from the right side. And high and in, almost hit him. 3 balls and no strikes. Martinez losing a little bit of command here in the 4th. 1 pitch away from loading him up for Jacob Volgamore. And a 3-0 right down the middle for a called strike. You got to think that Madrigal was taken all the way. 3-1. Two outs in the innings, runner at the corners. Bottom of the 4th. 4-3 Panthers. And upstairs, he'll walk him. And just like that, they're loaded up. And time is called. Looks like this will be all for Martinez. We'll let you know who it is in just a moment. Don't forget our sponsors, True Value Hardware of Hayesville and Brown's Tire. Stop by and say thanks. That'll do it for Martinez. He will go 3 2/3. And so far, 3 runs accrued to him. So it looks like Camden Cooper will get the nod. Tall, lanky right-hander. He is a senior, listed as an outfielder.
Now pitching for the Panthers, number 12, Camden Cooper.
So Cooper has had plenty of experience. He has appeared in 10 games, but does not have an earned run as of yet. So it'll be Camden Cooper. He will take over here in the bottom half of the 4th. So he will take over for Martinez, who leaves with the bases loaded. All those runners will be Martinez's responsibility. So Cooper will be asked to come in and try to slam the door on the Colts here in the bottom of the 4th. Windy day here in Hayesville. Pitchers obviously affected. Hats flying everywhere. Game 1 of 2. We will have game 2 for you, assuming the battery charges. So we will see how that goes. So in the meantime, we'll describe it for you. Here's Jacob Volgamore. He will step in. 1 for 2, singled in the 3rd. Flew out in the 1st, 394 at the start of the day. And the first one hits him. So that'll tie it up. First pitch, Volgamore will wear that one. 3rd hit by pitch of the ball game, given up by the Panthers. So that'll bring up the catcher, Grady Clements. He's 1 for 2. Singled in the 2nd and scored. Flew out in the 3rd. Nice numbers, hitting an even 300 at the start of the day. And the first pitch just a bit high, ball 1. So 2 out of the zone quickly for Cooper. And the pitch. Bouncing ball to the shortstop through the wickets. 1 run will score. Here is the 2nd run. And the hit by pitches and the error bug biting the Panthers. So Clements will reach. 2 RBIs. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. So that'll bring up Eric Spangler, 9th man to bat here in the 4th. All of this damage done with 2 outs. And the pitch swung on and missed. Spangler hitless today, 0 for 1, was credited with a sacrifice in the 2nd. Oh, Cooper looking to make a pitch to try to get out of it. Colts lead at 6-4. That's in there at the knees. Quickly 0-2 to Spangler. Been red hot up until today. It's 4:21 at the start of the day. They shade him a little bit towards left field. A lot of room in right center. That's high and away. Ball and 2 strikes to Spangler.
No.
4 runs across here in the 4th for the Colts. They have taken the lead. They lead it 6-4. And a 1-2 to Spangler. Long look. Swung on and missed. Dropped by the catcher. Crawford will gather it. Throw to first in time. Colts will bat around. They get 4. They now lead it 6-4. We go to the 5th. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Go to the 5th. Derby now trails the Colts 6-4. That is lined and caught by Vogelmoor. Top of the order for the Panthers. Rojas picks on the second pitch he sees. Lines to Vogelmoor at third base. Rojas, Morgan, and Rudy. So 1 out. Here's Colby Morgan. Tackett out for his second full inning of work. Faced 4 hitters in the 4th. First pitch swinging is Colby Morgan into center. Buller almost let that one get over his head. Was able to correct himself and make the play. And 2 away. So we have lost our picture. We'll continue describing the action. We will try to have our picture back in game 2. So here is Colton Rudy. Hitless today, 0 for 1 with a walk. Junior comes in hitting .243 at the beginning of the day, and he takes in a strike. No balls and a strike, 2 away. Here in the top of the 5th, 6-4 in favor of the Colts. They play Rudy pretty much straight away and deep. Of course, everybody's deep today in this wind, blowing straight out to left field. And the 0-1. That is into right field. On the run is Spangler. He won't be able to get it. It'll roll to the track around second. Into third is Colton Rudy with a 2-out triple. 2-out triples usually don't bother you much with 2 outs, so we'll see if Tackett can get out of it. That'll bring up Cade Shelton.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 5, Cade Sheldon.
Shelton reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd and scored. Flew out in the first, so he is 0 for 2. The senior coming in hitting .303. That one squirts away from Clements, but not far enough. So Tackett trying to get out of it. He faced 4 hitters in the fourth and gave up 1 run. 1 ball and no strikes. Off-speed pitch just missed inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Infield is back. 2 outs in the inning. Very windy day here in Hayesville. That misses low and away. So 3 out of the zone from Tackett. Not missing by much, but 3 out of the zone nonetheless. Bowden would be next. Here's the 3-0 in the dirt, and a 4-pitch walk to Cade Shelton here in the top of the 5th. So runners at the corners for the Panthers. That'll bring up Roman Bowden. 1 for 2 today, singled and drove in a run in the third, and was caught stealing. So Bowden, a senior, hitting a .172 at the start of the day. And a pitch. Popped up right side. Madrigal to having a look, but he'll run out of room. And it's 0-1. Any ball popped up to the right side will probably stay in more often than not with this wind. No balls and a strike, 2 outs, runners at the corners, top of the 5th. We have lost our picture. We will have that back second game, hopefully. That misses away, 2 balls and a strike. Pretty good lead over there by Cade Shelton. First and third. Colts trying to get out of it. And look like a knuckleball catches the inside corner, 1-2. Bob Euchre used to say the best way to catch a knuckleball is to wait till it stops rolling and pick it up. Runner goes, 1-2 is in the dirt. Down to second base is Cade Shelton. Two balls, 2 strikes. Tackett trying to get out of it. Tying run at second base, top of the 5th. Off-speed pitch, bounced foul. Good piece of hitting there by Bowden just to stay alive. Wind blowing out to left at about 25, gusting to 35. 6-4 Colts. Off-speed pitch, squirted foul, right side. So Bowden going to stay alive. You guys don't need to hide. That was the ambulance. Technical crew was under the desk. I don't know what that means. 2-2 and fouled away. So a good battle between Tackett and Roman Bowden here in the top of the 5th. Panthers threatening second and third. And a 2-2. To the right side, backhanded by Schroeder. He's up with it. Over to first, in and out of the glove of Madrigal. So that will go as an error. A run will score, and it's 6-5. So a good job by Schroeder getting to it, bobbled it a little bit, recovered and threw a strike, but Madrigal unable to hang on. And it's still first and third. Here is Rowan Foster. Foster hitless today, 0 for 2. Shows bunt. Offered, but pulled it back. 6-5 Colts. Top of the 5th. One 0. And that is up the middle for a base hit. Almost took. This day in 1991, the new Comiskey Park opened, and the Tigers took care of the White Sox 16-0. So the new Comiskey opened up this day in 1991. I kind of like the old Comiskey Park with the short porch and right field and the terrace seating. Well, this day in baseball history brought to you by hookbats.com. Good wood for good hitters since 2005. Here's Ethan Crawford. He will step in with runners at first and second. Crawford doing the catching today. He's 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the third. Bounced out to the left side in the fourth. He's a junior. Picked up his first base hit of the season. And the first one from Tackett in the dirt. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs in the inning, 3 runs across. Panthers have taken the lead 7-6. Couple of looks and the 1-0. That is ripped down the left side. Foul. So Crawford all over that one. But foul. So he will retreat, grab his bat. Count goes to 1-1. Sweat at first base with the oven mitt. Foster at second base. Tackett trying to get out of it. All of this damage happened with 2 outs in the inning. 1-1. In there for a call strike. Took a little bit off. It's 1-2. Tackett quickly got the first two, retired the first 2 guys, then gave up a triple, a walk, and then an error. And 2 base hits. Here we are, 7-6 Panthers. And the 1-2, fooled on the pitch. Little defensive swing, just got a piece. And it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outfield shaded him a little bit towards left and deep. Off-speed pitch, high hopper to the second baseman. Over the head of Schroeder. And a run will score. Throw to second, not in time. And a second run will score. And it's a 9-6 ball game. Well, that will go as a base hit or double and a couple of RBIs. Correction. So DJ Spring will run for the catcher. That'll bring up Ryan Pierce. So it'll be Andrew Miller will pinch hit here for Pierce. And it's a 9-6 ball game. So Andrew Miller hitting. He is a senior, listed as a left-handed pitcher and outfielder. He will step in from the left side, and the count goes to 1-1. Panthers trying to bat around here in the fifth. All the damage done with 2 away. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs. Runner at second base. 5 runs across for the Panthers here in the fifth. Two one upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Looked like a pretty benign inning to start with. Tackett retiring the first 2 guys. Then the wheels fell off. That is into center field. Buller ranging a long way to his right and runs it down. Wow. Buller with a great jump and route to the baseball. And that'll do it for the Panthers. They strand 1 but get 5. We've played 4.5. And our new score, Panthers 9 and the Colts 6. We'll be back. And welcome back. We go to the home half of the fifth. Panthers have taken the lead. They lead it 9-6. Bottom third of the order for the Colts. It'll be Johnson, White, and Schroeder. New pitcher for the Panthers. Rojas will take over. He's a junior right-hander. And the first pitch to Johnson in there for a called strike. Inning and 2/3 of work for Rojas. He's walked 1 and struck out 1. He's given up no runs. Quickly 0-2 to Johnson. Hitless today, a walk and a hit by pitch. Did score in the fourth. Count goes to 1-2 to Johnson. Johnson in left field comes in hitting a $115. Was credited with a stolen base in the second. Swung on and missed, and he'll get him. So Johnson will take a seat and 1 out.
Now batting for the Colts, number 21, Lucas.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Lucas White. Hitless today, 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Needs a hit in the worst way. Been swinging a pretty hot bat. Comes in hitting .400 at the start of the day. And he takes one high and away, ball 1. White, the designated hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. Rojas with the wind and misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the 5th. 9-6 Panthers. That swung on and missed. Nice fastball from Rojas. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Popped up right side. Foster, the second baseman, making the call and the play for out number 2. Every fly ball today, folks, is an adventure.
Number 1, Camden Schroeder.
2 outs. Here's the second baseman, Camden Schroeder. 1 for 1 with a walk, singled in the second. Good numbers, coming in hitting .292. And the first pitch to him. In there at the knees for a called strike. 0-1, nobody on, 2 outs. Home half of the 5th. Game 1 of 2. We'll have them both. 0-1, almost hit him. And it's 1-1. Four hits for the Colts today. Left a boatload of runners on. Did not take advantage of those errors. High hopper left side, and Pierce up with it over to first in time. And the Colts go in order. We've played 5. Panthers 9 and the Colts 6. We'll be back. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th. Panthers lead at 9-6. New pitcher for the Colts, Sam Johnson, will be making his 5th appearance. He got 5 innings of work. He doesn't have a record. He's given up 15 hits, 18 runs, all of which were earned. He's walked 8 and struck out 4. And he has a pretty elevated ERA. Won't even get into that. Top of the order, Rojas, Morgan, and Rudy. count goes to 2 balls and no strikes to Caden Rojas. 1 for 3 on the day, tripled and scored and drove in a run in the third. Rojas, a junior, hitting .250 at the start of the day. 2 balls, no strikes. That is right down the middle, and it's 2-1. Panthers 7-4, trying to make it 8-4. They lead it 9-6. And a 2-1. Just missed low, not by much. It's 3-1. That is into left field. Johnson going back and gone. So a solo home run by Caden Rojas. And it's now 10-6 ball game. Even with the wind, that has a chance to get out of here. Wind blowing hard to left, but that ball was absolutely dialed in and hit on the screws. So that'll bring up Colby Morgan. Hitless today, 0 for 2 with a walk. Reached on an error and scored in the third. A little sloppy today from both clubs. And in there for a called strike. Morgan, a junior, good numbers at the start of the day, .333. He has been busy at third base. Inside, off-speed pitch almost hits him. And it's 1-1. Big ballpark here. That ball cleared 63rd Street. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off-speed pitch and fouled away. That gets a piece of Clements. He's going to walk that one off. Umpire's going to walk a new baseball out there. Give Clements the time to figure out what day it is. Looks to be okay. Folks, some catchers are tough. Got to be a tough dude to play back there. 1-2. Nobody out in the inning. Top of 6. And the pitch. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out and nobody on. Rojas led it off with a big bomb over 63rd Street. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that catches the outside corner. He'll look at it. Good pitch there from Johnson. And 1 away.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 4, Colton Rudy.
A little generous on that outside corner. Pitchers and hitters need to take advantage of that. Here is Colton Rudy. Tripled last inning and scored. And takes the first one up and away. Ball 1. Rudy 1 for 2 with a walk. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Walked in the third and tripled in the fifth. Junior comes in hitting .243. Off-speed pitch, takes a little off. In there for a call strike. It's 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Top of 6. 10-6 Derby. Off-speed pitch in there again. Rudy down in the count, 1-2. Windy day, very comfortable temperature, low 80s. Swung on and missed. He got him. Nice fastball painted the outside corner. Rudy unable to keep up, and there's 2 outs.
Number 5, Cade Sheldon.
That one had a little giddy up on it. That'll bring up Cade Shelton. Shelton 1 for 2. He's a senior. Comes in hitting .303. Off-speed pitch stays up. Ball 1. Scored in the third and the fifth. flew out in the first. And that one misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th. And the 2-0. Misses low and away, so 3 out of the zone from Johnson. Shelton hitless today, 1 for 2. And takes up and in, almost hit him. And a 2-out walk to Shelton. His second free pass of the ball game. So Roman Bowden now the designated hitter. He will step in from the right side. So Keaton Alexander now playing first base for the Colts. And first pitch swinging from Bowden, fouled away, right side. Bowden hitless, 1 for 2 today, 1 for 3. Singled, drove in a run in the 3rd. Reached on an error and scored in the 5th. So Alexander now playing first base for the Colts. And that is popped up right side. Alexander over to have a look. He won't get there. Set it again. Anything popped up to the right side has a good chance of staying in with this strong south wind. No balls, 2 strikes now to Roman Bowden. If you're looking for a picture, we don't have one at the time, so we will continue describing the action for you. We're in the top of the 6th. 10-6 Derby. High hopper, right side, and Schroeder will have it. Apply the tag, and that'll do it. So after 5.5, Panthers get 1 more. They lead at 10-6. We'll be back.
For the Colts, number 20, Harley Buller.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 6th. Derby leads it 10-6. Top of the order for the Colts, 1, 2, and 3. Buller, Workins, and Alexander. Rojas out for inning number 2. And the first one in there for a call strike to Buller. That misses low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Buller 1 for 3, singled, stole a base, and scored in the 4th. That is ripped through the left side for a base hit. Good start for the Colts. Buller is aboard. Base hit through the 5-hole. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Hagen Workins. He will step in from the right side this time. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Singled in the 1st, walked, and scored in the 4th. Colts got 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 4 in the third. And Warkins will wear the first one, and he will go down with a hit by pitch. So it'll be Alexander now. Will hit here in the sixth. He came in to play defense last inning. First and second, nobody out. Look like the corners are going to creep in just a little bit. Outfield straight away, not too deep. And the first one to Alexander, swung on and missed. Strike one. That is popped up left side. And Morgan over to have a look. It'll be out of play. This is Alexander's second plate appearance of the season. Still looking for that first base hit. First and second. Now would be a great time. Off-speed pitch, low and away. Smothered nicely by Crawford. Count goes to 1-2. Nobody out, first and second, bottom of the sixth. Derby with a 4-run lead. And a 1-2. Swung on and missed. Got him with some high heat up around the letters. And there's one away.
Number 10, Jacob Vogelmohr.
So it'll bring up the third baseman, Jacob Vogelmohr. One for two with a hit by pitch. Comes in hitting .394. Be a good time for a long one right here. One out, runners go. And that gets away from the catcher. And everybody will be safe. So now second and third, double steal was on. That's one of the things Coach Flack said he was going to do. He was going to put pressure on the defense, and that certainly was the case there. Pitch was inside, handleable by Crawford, but he just didn't handle it. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's in there to knees. It's 1-1. Infield are going to stay back halfway with a 4-run lead. Runners at second and third. And the fastball misses high and away. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. Warkins at second base. Buller at third. And a 2-1 from Rojas. Inside. Almost hit him. 3-1. So Rojas 1 pitch away from loading him up with 1 out. Jake can look for a pitch right here. And that's what he got. That is line to right center. That'll get down. And 2 runs will score. Ball is mishandled by Sweat in right field. And Vogelmohr into second base. So our new score, 10-8 Derby. Colts threatening here in the bottom of the sixth.
Colts, number 17, Grady Clements.
So a couple of RBIs for Vogelmohr. He will go down to second base on the fumble in right field. That'll bring up the catcher, Grady Clements. 1 for 3. Singled in the first and scored. Flew out in the second and reached on an error in the fourth. Was credited with a couple of RBIs. 1-0. Runner at second base. 1 out. 10-8 Derby. So the tying run now at the plate for the Colts. Rojas came in the fifth and got the Colts in order. It's been a bit of a struggle here in the sixth. That is in on his hands, lifted to left field. That is long, looking up, and foul. So Clements hit it a mile, but just foul. Pretty good piece of hitting. That was in on the inner half. He pulled his hands in. Very strong kid with good power, able to pull that down a line, but unable to keep it fair. 1-1 now to Grady Clements. Comes in hitting 300. And the fastball is upstairs. 2-1. One out runner at second base, bottom of the sixth. 2-run ball game. Panthers lead it. Popped up right side. Looks like that'll be the first baseman, Rudy. He will gather it for out number 2.
Now batting for the Colts, number 3, Eric Spangler.
So 2 outs. Here's the right fielder, Eric Spangler. Hitless today. A fly out, a strikeout, and was credited with a sacrifice in the second. He will step in with 2 outs from the left side. Runner at second base, that would be Volgamore. And the first one catches the inside corner, strike 1. Nice late life on that pitch from Rojas. Oh, 1. Rojas with 2 looks to second base. Here it is. Into center field for a base hit. They will send the runner, and the throw is up the line and down to second base. Heads up base running is Spangler. So that'll cut it to 1. We have a 10-9 ball game. So credit Spangler with an RBI single, very heads up. Cutoff man was missed. Really didn't have a play at the plate. So down to second base on the missed cut is Spangler. Here's Brody Johnson. And the fastball misses away, ball 1. Johnson 0 for 1 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Did score a run in the 4th. Buck 15 coming in. That misses wide. 2 balls and no strikes to the left fielder, Brody Johnson. And the pitch, bouncing ball left side, foul. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs. Runner at second base. 3 runs across. Derby leads it 10-9. 2-1. A long look, off-speed pitch, catches the outside corner, and that'll even it up 2-2. Gotta wonder if Flax may start the runner here with 2-2. We'll see. Just to make sure that Spangler scores on a base hit. A couple of looks. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Looks like it'll be the catcher, Crawford. He will get it. And that'll do it. But Colts get 3. We've played 6. 10-9 Derby. We'll be back. And welcome back. We go to the 7th. Colts making it interesting. They get 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Derby leads at 10-9. 6, 7, and 8 for the Panthers. Foster, Sweat, and Crawford expected. Johnson out for inning number 2. First pitch swinging, popped up left side, out of play. Johnson faced 5, gave up 1 hit, a couple of strikeouts, and a walk. A run courtesy of Caden Rojas, hit one over 63rd Street. Took a little off, just got a piece of it, and quickly 0-2 to Rowan Foster. Foster 1 for 3, singled, scored, and drove in a run in the 5th. He is a 9th grader, hitting a .154 at the start of the day. Left-handed hitter playing second base. 0-2. Bouncing ball right side. Looks like Alexander will flip to the covering Johnson for out number 1. So a good play by Alexander, ranging to his right to backhand it. And Johnson over to first to make the cover. And there's 1 out. So 1 out. Here's Lane Sweat, right fielder, 2 for 3 today. Drove in a run and scored himself in the 5th. And takes ball 1. Top of the 7th. 1-run ball game. Colts trying to leave it right here. And that misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. And a 2-0 in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th. Johnson trying to keep the Panthers right here. And a 2-1. And the fastball paints the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Nice pitch there from Johnson. Had a little bit of a backup tendency to that. Kind of backdoored it. So 2-2. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch and spoiled, fouled away. Good piece of hitting there by Sweat just to get the bat on it. Sweat, a senior, hitting a .158 coming in. Doubled in the 4th, singled in the 5th, and scored. Strikeout victim in the 2nd. Two. Johnson's ready. Here it is. And popped up right side. That'll get out of play. So Sweat foiling a lot of pitches here. Going to make Johnson work for it. Beautiful day here in southern Kansas, temperature-wise, just a bit breezy. 2-2. Here it is. Bouncing ball left side. And Warkins has it over to first. Throw is high. That pulled Alexander off. And Sweat will be safe on the error, so he's aboard with 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher, Ethan Crawford. Crawford will step in from the right side. 2 for 3 on the afternoon, a single and a double to his name. Bouncing ball up the middle, high hopper, going to be trouble up the middle. So first to third will go Sweat. So Crawford with a kind of a C&I dog base hit up the middle, out of the reach of everybody. That'll bring up Miller. Miller was inserted in the lineup in the 5th. Correction, it is Pierce. Pierce now batting. He will re-enter here in the 7th. So Pierce to re-enter. And takes a hack at the first one. Comes up empty, strike one. Pierce 0 for 2 when he was substituted. Strikeout and a flyout. So Pierce, a senior, shows bunt and foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Pierce. Miller took over for Pierce in the 5th, and now Pierce has re-entered. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Top of 6. 1-run ball game. Colts trying to keep it right there. And that hit him. So he had him 0-2 and hit him, and they're loaded. That one also got a piece of the catcher, Clements. He looks to be okay. Top of the order, just not what you want right here. Here is Caden Rojas. He is 2 for 4, tripled in the 3rd, hit one over 63rd Street in the 6th. So that'll definitely increase that 250 batting average he had coming in. Rojas, now the pitcher, takes an off-speed pitch, low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded. And a 1-0. Nice off-speed pitch in there for a call strike. It's 1-1. Infield about halfway, outfield straight away and deep on the left side. And the 1-1, that is into right field. That'll get down. 1 run will score. Misplayed by Spangler. Here comes the 2nd run. Throw to the plate. Not in time. 2 runs will score. So Sweat and Crawford will score on the play. Spangler mishandled it just enough in right field to allow Crawford to come around and score from second base. So another single for Rojas and an RBI. His 3rd RBI of the ball game. 1st and 2nd now. Still just 1 out. Here's Colby Morgan. And the pitch. First one is popped up and foul. Clements had a difficult time finding that one, and by the time he did, there was no play. No balls and a strike, 1 out. 12-9 Derby. It's a 10-9 lead at the start of the inning. And the 0-1 in the dirt. Knocked down nicely by Clements, so he keeps it handy. And it's 1 ball and a strike. Morgan, a junior, coming in hitting .333. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. Did reach on an error in the 3rd and scored. And a 1-1. Off-speed pitch catches the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, 1st and 2nd. Couple of looks. Here it is. That is just outside the reach of Volgamore at 3rd. 1 run will score. Volgamore was drawn in a little bit, and that ball was almost over the bag. He's unable to get to it, and it is a 13-9 Derby lead.
Panthers, number 4, Colby Rudy.
So Rojas down to second base. Pierce will score. And here's Colton Rudy. First pitch swinging, popped up. Volgamore in foul ground, over to have a look, and he will get it. 2 outs now in the inning. That'll bring up Cade Shelton. Shelton hitless today. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of walks, has scored twice, and stole a base. Reached on an error in the third and scored, and walked in the fifth and scored. First pitch to him just missed inside, ball 1. Shelton, a senior, nice numbers, 303 coming in. And the 1-0, and that hit him. So the hit by pitch will load him up.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 10, Roman Bowden.
2 outs in the inning. Here is Roman Bowden. 9th man to bat here in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 13-9 Derby. And the first pitch, nice fastball at the knees for a called strike. Bowden, the designated hitter, he's a senior. Comes in hitting a .172. Bases loaded, 2 outs. In the dirt, smothered by Clements. And it's 1-1. Panthers 7-4 on the season, trying to go 8-4. One ball, one strike. Off-speed pitch, snap throw to second. That's into center field, and a run will score. So the Colts kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. And that makes the score 14-9. Everybody will move up. Second and third now. 2 outs. Count 2-1 to Roman Bowden. And a pitch. Upstairs and in. Almost hit him. And it's 3-1. Johnson just trying to get out of it. Three balls and a strike. And a pitch. Little nubber. Charging is Volgamore. He's up with it. Throws on the run. Over to first. In and out of the glove of Alexander. And a run will score. And Bowden will reach on the error. So Morgan will score on the play. Another error for the Colts. And it's now first and third, still 2 outs. Here is Rowan Foster. Started off the inning, bouncing out to the first baseman. So he will be up for the second time here in the 7th. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. 15-9 in favor of Derby. Swung on and drilled to right field. Spangler going back near the track and makes the play. Spangler with a great route, runs it down near the track, and that'll do it. Panthers get 5, and they leave a couple. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 15-9 Derby. We'll be back.
Next at bat, number 21, Lucas White.
And welcome back. Go to the bottom of the seventh. Colts with some work to do. They trail Derby 15-9. And the first pitch to Lucas White, bunted left side, foul. Good idea by Lucas White. Pretty good bunt, unable to keep it fair on the left side. So it'll be White, Schroeder, and Buller here in the campus seventh. White in the designated hitter spot. He is hitless today. A couple of strikeouts and a flyout, so he's due. Rojas out for inning number 3. He got the Colts in order in the 5th, gave up 3 runs in the 6th, and now trying to finish it out. Pitch to White in there for a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Bouncing ball left side. Pierce has it on the big hop over to first in the dirt and dug out nicely by Rudy for out number 1.
Now batting for the Colts, number 1, Camden Schroeder.
So here's the second baseman, Camden Schroeder. 1 for 2 with a walk. Singled in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, and bounced out in the 5th. Comes in hitting .292 at the start of the day. And the first one in the dirt, ball 1. Colts 5-6 on the season, trying to avoid going 5-7. That one's inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Schroeder. Pretty good numbers with runners in scoring position, but that's not the case right now. Took a little off in there for a strike. 2-1. Rojas, a quick worker. 2 balls and a strike. Off-speed pitch into right field. Sweat had him played perfectly and hauls it in for out number 2.
Now batting for the Colts, number 20, Harley Buller.
Top of the order, here's Harley Buller. Nice day for him. 2 for 4. Singled in the 4th, scored and stole a base. And singled in the 6th and scored. He will step in. Off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. 3:14 at the start of the day. And the 0-1. Bouncing ball left side. Pierce gets it on the big hop over to first. In the dirt. Gets away from the first baseman, Rudy. Down to second will be Buller. That'll go as an error. So the Colts have a runner at second base with 1 out. So the left side of the infield throwing across to first base into that stiff wind is an adventure. So here is Hagan Workins. 1 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Singled in the 1st. Other than that, he's been quiet. And the off-speed pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. We'll have game 2 for you right after this one. Might even have picture. We'll just wait and see. Maybe not. Okay. And the fastball in there for a strike at the letters. Quickly 0-2 to Hagan Workins. No balls, 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and that'll do it for the Colts. They will strand 1. And our final, Derby 15 and your Colts 9. Rojas will pick up the win, and Alexander will be tabbed with the loss. Game 2 in just a few minutes. Again, Derby takes game 1, 15-9. We'll be back in just a little bit.